Ooh, that death
Yeah, we gotta
spawn.
push in there and destroy that spawn.
Yeah, death farm. They got a death farm, guys. Push up. Don't kill the nest.
Push.
Oh, it's gone.
Don't go into spawn, don't go into spawn! Man, we're making these zombies on bitches.
Got the zombie doggy star now.
Bruh, we got them bent over. Man, we got the zombies bent over.
We got them on the field.
Prone bone, but we got a fucking
Dude, we got them in the pilot position.
I'm gonna give him an enable.
Man, we got the zombies belching it. Man, we got the Actually, no, not belching. You know what that means, God. Man, the people that are actually into that shit are degenerates. Actual disgusting degenerates. Oh, it's not necessarily just gay people. You can do it too. I mean, the first time I heard of that, insane. No, not belching. Belching.
Belching.
Yeah,
No.
with an F.
Just Google it real quick. Alt tab and Google
What
it.
the fuck is that?
Google it. Alt tab and Google
How do you
it.
spell it? Put it in chat.
Peanut.
It's FLETCHING. Felching.
Peanut. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, why the
dude.
fuck am I...
So for those black shit, dude.
Bruh.
I'm blinking. What the fuck?
It's so.
I wanna blink.
It's because penis spawned
Bruh.
somewhere.
What does that mean?
You're too young, dude. You gotta log off, buddy. This is 18+ hour.
This, bro. What happened to both?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's the penis right there. Peanut. You let Peanut peg you. No. No. I ought to gag you for that.
Peanut, the SCP. 173. Play the Phoenix Breaker sound effect when they least expect it.
Yes, sir.
Oh fuck, that's a deal! Okay, yeah, I'm out.
Oh, thanks for reviving me. I just crashed a desktop. That's super gay, too.
Sometimes
Actually,
usually
no,
if
I'm
you
still
crash,
here.
if you
Yeah,
crash
yeah, no.
early enough in the match, you're usually
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it was,
Back.
back door. They're at our ass. They're in the Arena store. Back door.
Now they
They
got
got
us back
Devo.
over.
Call out if one side's about to fall so you can get the stuff back into the cave.
Yep.
There's a Devo on the C-spawn side.
Respawn side.
That sucks. I love my friend.
Ah, big fucking violated the anus! Help me,
Oh, they put that little kid there. I know we can talk about, yeah, so the new Lincoln is where you come on their, you come all over their face and you cut your pubes off and you slap your pubes onto their face. Kind of like a beard.
What the fuck? Yeah, you know what the Alaskan pipeline is, right? fuck it. It's when some guy takes a shit in the condom, freezes it in the freezer, and then uses it as a dildo on the girl.
Oh, look who's out there. Somebody's out there. Somebody's dead.
Whoever's out there's got balls of steel. Well, had balls
I
of
think he
steel.
crashed too. I think he crashed, actually, because he came. Yeah, because he spawned, or he just appeared out there where the crates were. We could probably redeem him. I'm pretty sure he crashed. Because I crashed too.
Would you redeem him?
Yeah, I would redeem him. I crashed and I never crash on here. I saw him. He appeared out of nowhere. He just appeared in the middle of the hallway over there. So he's probably we got 0, buddy. I crashed. I crashed too. Something tied in with like the screen going black, whatever that fucking
It's a great thing.
too. I lost my arsenal. Crashed.
We have to push out. Get to the extraction zone.
You know, my favorite type of...
There was one time I had diarrhea once, like a couple years ago, and I felt like that.
Dude, you want me to tell you the most painful story I've ever gone through that made me go, you know, femur breaker sound effect? So, right now I have a skin infection in my nose, but I caught it in time, so I don't have to deal with having to drain it, right? At the hospital. But 2 years ago, here's what happened. It started with what I thought was a cyst, right? It right on the entrance of my right nostril, and it just kept getting larger and more painful to the point where the inside of my mouth began to swell, and the whole right side of my face was just swollen and all deformed and shit. I was like, what the fuck? And it hurt like hell. Like I couldn't touch that side of my face. So I go to the emergency room, and first they put me on, they put me on antibiotics. I think amoxicillin is what they gave me, right? Because they figured out there was an infection. The second day, no, not amoxicillin, amoxicillin. So it's amoxicillin mixed with clavulanin. It's like 2 or 1 and 2 antibiotic mixed together, and it was like a pretty high dose too, like an entire gram. Take that twice a day. But anyways, they gave me the antibiotic and told me that the next day it wasn't looking good to come come back to the hospital. And next day, wasn't looking better. So I go back to the hospital. And they put me, and they give me not a CAT scan, an MRI, right? To get a good look at what was going on in my skull. T6, yeah. So they give me an MRI, and then they call in a specialist, nose and mouth doctor, to basically take a look at what's going on. And keep in mind, I also went to my dentist as well to see what she thought, like earlier in the day. But anyway, back at the hospital, the nose and face doctor decides that it's time to drain. So, imagine the skin tissue around your nose is incredibly sensitive, right? Now imagine that it's swollen and painful. And this doctor had to go in there with a needle, like literally give me needles in my nose as an anesthetic, and then use a scalpel to cut it open and drain it. It fucking hurt so bad. I've never felt that kind of thing before. No, I wasn't sleeping. Like the scalpel didn't hurt, but the needle did. The person tried draining it by just pressing and squeezing on it and using a needle to suck the pus out. Press and squeeze on it pretty hard in order to getting the anesthetic in the initial attempt at draining it hurt really fucking bad. And then back during this summer, I had another infection on my finger, on my ring finger on the left hand. And they had to drain it, so what they did was they first applied an anesthetic, and the anesthetic that they gave me referred to as a ring, because what they do is they have to inject, they have to give you an injection on either leg, so on either side of your finger that they're trying to numb, right? And after getting 2 shots in the webs of your finger, that shit hurts. It's really fucking bad. My hand was bruised for like the next week or so. But anyways, I made a scalpel. It basically numbed my finger so that they could cut it up, cut it open with a scalpel and get the pus out. Which I looked at, by the way. Really unpleasant, but it is what it is. But the pain I felt from having shots in my nose and that ring block is...
Did you cry?
No, but I did make the steamer breaker sound. No, dude. No, I went...
It's a bone mesh. It's okay.
Yeah, bully the bone mesh. Bully the bone mesh.
Sounds like all those stories you just said, you're probably better off just doing it at home.
Nah, dude, if I do it at home, it'll hurt way worse. There's a good chance it won't be as effective. Like, I'm not trying to die from septic shock, man.
No, you ain't gonna get septic shock, dude. You know how much surgery I've done on my skin surgery I've done over the years on myself? I just did it a couple weeks ago. I had a couple warts in the bottom of my feet. I tried fucking freezing off and all that shit, and I ended up just taking a knife, a scalpel, actually no, it was a box cutter blade, and slowly just cut the bitch out, bled like a bitch, bled all over the place, cleaned her up, gone.
Come outside.
Jeez.
It hurts, but no, because I did go there, and they every time you go in there, it's $50 a crack. For warts, dude, those guys are
healthcare, of course. I mean, here in Canada, it's free, but then again, Canadian healthcare is so shit that it has a 50-50 chance of killing, but not at the hospital.
No, those It's more of the fact that, you gotta go there like 6 9. I just had to go there and work. I just had to take lunch at work. I had to go drive 20 minutes to the dermatologist. He would do it, and it would hurt like hell. He tried to put the whole, he threw the whole fucking, sick at it. Trying to do shit. It got to the point where he said, basically, you're gonna come in here, I'm gonna I'm gonna inject your foot, and I'm basically gonna cut it out. I'm like, well, I can do that for free. And
For free, but it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Well, it's gonna hurt anyway, dude. I'd rather have control over the pain than him, because he can't feel what I'm feeling. I have a pretty high tolerance to it. A couple of things that he did. He did this laser thing. And the laser felt like a hot nail going into it for about 2 seconds, and he did it like 20 times. He actually had to like, he had to have this like nurse bitch hold my foot down because every time I did it, I would flinch. They're butchers. Dermatologists, dentists, they're all butchers, dude. The funny part was I had a root canal done on one of my molars like 2 years prior, which root canals are nothing. I don't know why people get worked up over that. It's literally nothing.
It's because back in the day they didn't use the numbers, so imagine getting a root canal without a step.
Oh yeah, they've had anesthetic for fucking 40 years, 50 years. But
not when my mother needed it back in her childhood.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, I had a root canal on the tooth. So in theory, the tooth is completely dead because the root canal pulls out all the nerves, all the blood vessels, and that's big, and then they just fill it with cement. But that tooth started to ache. It turned into a wicked toothache. And I called my dentist, and it started on a Friday night too, so my dentist is closed over the weekend. So I had to go all weekend in pain, nothing helped, got drunk, didn't do shit. Well, I didn't do shit. And didn't sleep Friday night, Saturday. So it's Monday morning rolls around, and I call my dentist on her personal cell phone. I'm like, dude, I'm coming in. I'm coming in right now, and you're gonna have to fucking, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna have to rip the tooth out, or you're gonna have to do something. Go in there, she's like, oh yeah, it's infected, I can't do anything about it. Gives me some other dude as a recommendation, calling his ass up, and I'm like, dude, I'm coming in right now, and I don't know what I gotta pay, but you're gonna fucking fix the shit. And he did. But that was unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear you went through that.
Please remember to stay inside the evacuation shelter.
Then I remember he did like a scan on my before he he actually, basically how they fixed it is they redid the root canal. And he did like a x-ray on it, and he said there was a tiny bit of nerve that was still left in there from like 2 years prior. And that got infected. And then he's like, it was such a small infection, I'm surprised you felt it. I'm like, dude, I've had a lot of painful accidents and shit and stuff over the years. I have a pretty high pain threshold. I'm like, that hands down, worst pain.
Fuck. Well, I'm glad you're okay now. Like, that sounds insane.
That was like 5 years ago. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, but that was bonkers. If you ever get a toothache or an infected tooth like that, God help you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. I drink enough alcohol to sterilize my mouth for a month.
It doesn't even... He said it got... He explained how the bacteria got in there. I can't remember what it was. It's not so much for mouth hygiene, it's just... I forget what it was. No, it wasn't even that. It's just your mouth's just full of bacteria in general, but... I can't remember how it penetrated into the tooth, but he said it's fairly common.
Reinforce the cage, this thing is not strong enough.
It was funny, after I had that toothache experience and all that shit, a couple of years after that, I decided to get my wisdom teeth out, and they were really pushing the sedatives and anesthesia for it, and I'm like, dude, just melt me out with toothache. Nothing can top that. And it did. Those wisdom teeth thing, I was really hyped up. Actually, that surgeon even told me, he's like, I don't know why we even knock people out for this shit, but people are so afraid to be awake for it. And he's like, he told me that, he actually said, he's like, most people are pussies when it comes to this stuff.
I mean, in my case, I actually have to cut shit
They cut my fucking gums right open. 2 of my teeth were under the gums. The other 2 were out. Actually, I take that back. I only had 3 wisdom teeth, but one of my molars was getting, got destroyed from the wisdom tooth coming in diagonally over the years. But yeah, they cut it open. Shit, I couldn't feel anything.
Remember to use the cyclic.
I remember the nurse, after they numbed me up, the nurse is in there and she's like, well, we'll let you get numb for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, dude, you could, I was like, no joke, you could come in here and get a running start and punch me as hard as you want in the jaw. I won't feel anything. I was like, I was numb down my neck and the back of my head. It was fucked up.
Remember when I got my wisdom teeth out and I was still like under the anesthesia? There was this one really painful stick that I couldn't pop, right? Well, it was from the anesthesia. I just went to the bathroom, squeezed the fuck out of that thing, and within like a day it was gone.
Actually, a couple of sedated for it. I was sedated in my life. Well, it's a couple falls, so I think you're only out for about 10 minutes.
No, for those are out for like 10 minutes, usually.
Yeah, that's
So they do have to
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. He said if you want to do a wake, listen on the back of the throat, we'll have it done in about 5. Which I might do. Yeah, I mean, there's a risk with anesthesia, but Hope Falls are probably about the same as you get.
Yeah.
They put such a low amount in there, it's basically just kind of for 10 minutes. I mean, I really don't want to be awake while they're deep throating me with a fucking pipe, but...
Yeah, exactly. That would not be fun.
But at the same time, it wouldn't be nice, considering I have to, like, sit around and, I don't know, they're gonna call me, like, in 2 weeks, do the lowdown before I come in. The only thing that sucks is I can't booze for a day before.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The closest to death that I've ever come? Well, there's one from like literally a week ago where I was out on the highway, there was a shit ton of snow and I was doing 120 and the car almost like, what's it called, spun out on the highway and there were other cars around me. So, luckily I know how to drift, so I was able to keep it under control, but that was fucking scary. Let's just say I went down to like 70 real quick. But that's